Hello, I'm Garima. I'm a writer, and the question I get asked the most by my friends is not so much about my writing. The most common question I get asked is, how do I find the time? I am a mother of two school going children, I have a house to run, I have relatives and family, typical Indian scene. So, how do I find the time? And as someone who is really a vocal supporter of every individual, whether it's a woman, a man, a college goer, or a married person, I support that each one of us must live passionately, must use the talents that we were born with, must think about our life on this planet, not just try to pass one day after the other, but really, get the juices from this time that we have on earth. So and since so many of my friends find that making time for anything other than just childcare, nurturing and running a household and being an important part of the family is very difficult for them to find that time, so I decided that today I will make a short video and share the three most important life lessons that I learned about how to make time to work from home. And I've been working from home for the last 15 years almost, as a counselor and life coach, and then as a writer. So, here's how I do it. Firstly, is that you have to get up, when the time is right in during your schedule, take a bath, wear proper formal clothes, put on your makeup if you have to, make your hair, and really get the feel that you are now going to, be your career self right now, the person who has a career or a job or something purposeful to do. And this I find is the easy bit. The second one is not so easy, and I wasted almost 4 years arguing with my husband that I really actually need an office space away from my home, and otherwise there is no way anybody will give enough importance to the work that I do, and there are constant intrusions. We have house guests, our parents visit 5 to 6 times in a year, friends and relatives visit us another 5 times in a year. So always there's something or the other going on. If nothing, then maintenance and repairs, so someone or the other is always at the door and deliveries are there. And so I have to have an office away from the house, and that's the only way that I can work. And after about 3 4 years of figuring this out and wondering if we can afford it and whether it makes any sense, I finally realized the truth, which is that I don't really need a office so that others will be convinced of the importance of my work. I was leaning on that to convince myself that my work is important and I need to clear the table for some time and not do anything else but just work. And once I understood, why I was really so hung up on that, and I was basically just blaming the fact that I don't go to an office for everything that I was not doing. And it was really not the hang up was here. And after that, my tip number 2 is, look at your days really as working days and weekends, and make sure that if it's a working day, then you have cleared your schedule for some time, which I call my office hours. And during my office hours on a working day, I am not amenable to doing anything else. It's the time that I have cleared for working. So, what this means is that during my office hours on a working day, if my parents are calling, or sibling, or in laws, or anything else, I will reschedule it, defer it. I'll take the call and say, I'm going to call you in the evening, or anything like that. But you'll be surprised how quickly people understand that this is a time where you're not going to take long social phone calls and all other such activities that otherwise would break your rhythm. You push it as if you were in an office, in a meeting, and with that same sincerity. And the third and final tip is that it is something that I've realized, that whenever I have to work on something like my new book or a new chapter in the same book, there's uncertainty. I'm not sure exactly how to start. And that uncertainty means that I will find all possible excuses under the sun to not do it. And so as stupid as going again and again to the washroom that day, or having the seventh cup of chai, or suddenly realizing that a lot of dusting has been pending, it needs to be done now, or that my wardrobe has to be cleaned, it's just too messy. What I'm really doing is that I'm trying to do something that I know I'm good at, and really avoiding something that I'm not so sure about, how to start. So the third life lesson is, this is going to happen. You will have an urge to read today's newspaper, finish something else, cook something fancy, but I now note it and I say no. I know why I'm doing this, because this is scary, what I'm about to start, or I'm not sure whether I'll succeed or not. And then, having properly labeled these emotions, I get down to my work anyway. And based on these three things, I've seen that over a period of time it works out, a rhythm sets into your life. Your family also understands that this is how things go and how it's important for you, and ultimately it makes you so much happier, and you do make the world a better place when you contribute your skills. So I hope this was helpful for you. Lots of love, and live life passionately.